What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today was a pretty big day. We ended up getting the full Black Ops 7 multiplayer reveal. Not only did we get the gameplay trailer, but we also got a massive roadmap going over everything that you need to know about the game, all the weapons, the maps, the operators, the score streaks, the perks, literally everything. And usually a blog like that doesn't drop until after Call of Duty next, but it looks like here they're really trying to showcase BO7 multiplayer and reveal it as early as possible to sort of build up hype for the game. So that's what I covered in the last post. If you missed it, I highly recommend that you check that out. I'll have it linked down in the description, but today I want to focus on the Black Ops 7 beta. So first off, they have started sending out emails. For those of you guys who currently have a Game Pass membership, you should have received this email. It says, "You're in your mission briefing. Get access to Black Ops 7 beta starting October 2nd. As an eligible Game Pass subscriber, you've unlocked early access to the open beta at 10 a.m. Thursday, going to October 2nd, before it's available to all players on October 5th. So if you have the Game Pass, you don't need to redeem a code. They're not going to send you a code. You're automatically going to be eligible on whatever account you have that has a Game Pass, which is why they started sending out these emails. Now, for the rest of us who have digitally pre-ordered the game, you are going to be good to go, but for some reason they just haven't sent those emails out yet. I think this was sent early on accident, and I'll talk about why that's the case in just a second. And then alongside this, if you don't have a beta code and you didn't pre-order the game, as I covered in another video on how to get yourself a beta code, there's multiple different ways that you can actually play this beta without having to make any sort of purchases. So I'll also have that video linked down in the description. In that same email, they also sent this saying, "Crack the code. The Vault Edition delivers more for every mission." So basically promoting the Vault Edition within this beta email. And then they said upgrade to the Vault Edition to get this stuff. But here's the thing. If you end up getting the Vault Edition, they're not going to be playable in the beta. I know last year was actually available and you were able to use the operators in the beta, but in the last blog post when they updated and upgraded these Vault Edition operators and changed the way that they looked, they mentioned it at the very end that all the operators from the Vault Edition are not going to be playable in the beta because they're still working on them. I'm hoping that maybe the weapon blueprints, like the Mastercraft and things like that, because they haven't gotten any changes to them, are still available. And in my opinion, that's the most important thing, because if you're able to use these different weapons in the beta, they're usually going to be unlockable right away if you have the blueprint. So say like the VS Recon is not unlocked until like level 25 and you'd have to wait until the second weekend or something like that to be able to use it. At least with the Mastercraft blueprint, it'll automatically unlock for you and you can use it as soon as you're able to create a class. But what's really scary is the fact that these might not be available in the beta either, because it literally says here, as these elements are being implemented currently, this means that all Vault Edition content will not be usable in the Black Ops 7 beta. They literally could have just said the operators, but they said all Vault Edition content, and that sort of includes the weapons. I really hope that's not the case and we can use these weapons, because what's the point of the Vault Edition if you're not able to use this stuff right away? They also sent something else. So when you scroll down, it says here, unlock it early, use it in BO7. Get ready. With early access to the open beta, you can start earning rewards immediately. It says jump in, level up, and unlock an operator, a weapon charm, an animated emblem, and more. So these are the rewards that you're going to be able to receive with the Black Ops 7 beta. I went through the entire blog that they dropped today. Unfortunately, we don't have images on what these operators are or what they look like in terms of the actual rewards themselves, but they mentioned that there's going to be an operator, which is pretty typical. I think last year we ended up getting two different operators. There was like a black version and then there was like a green variant, and then there was also the other things like different weapon blueprints you're able to unlock and things like that. So these are just some of the rewards. There's no way that the entire beta is only going to give you one operator, one weapon charm, and an animated emblem. So they did mention and more, and you can expect that this depends on the weekends and then the level cap. So as usual with a beta, there's going to be the standard level to where, say, you get to level 15 in the first few days, and then they raise the level cap to now where you can get to, like, say, level 30, for example. So that's what they're going to be doing here in this case. And then obviously the different levels will unlock you different things in terms of the equipment, the weapons, and the content for in-game use. And then there's also going to be the cosmetic rewards that will also be unlockable. This is a concept image that I've made based on some of the other rewards that we've seen in the past before, so just giving you an idea idea on what is something like that we can expect. So maybe there's going to be a skin variation of an existing operator, like say Mason. They're probably going to have like a random operator that doesn't really tie much into the story get these beta rewards. And then there's also going to be weapon blueprints for some of the weapons that are going to be available. Maybe the Peacekeeper is going to get a new weapon blueprint you're going to be able to unlock and things like that. Now, at the same time that these emails started getting sent out, Call of Duty ended up doing an update over in Call of Duty HQ. This was like a silent update, and what ended up happening was they added an extra pre-order bonus reward. Now, thankfully, I actually recorded this. So when you head on over to the pre-order page, whether it's the Vault Edition or the regular version, I checked both of them. There was an update, and it added something else. It said limited time offer, and it was highlighted in red. This is called the Gobblegum Monster Pack. It says pre-purchase before the end of the BO7 beta and log into Call of Duty before the beta ends. Contains every rare 9 items, epic 9 items, a legendary 10 items, Gobblegum, and 3 Perkaholics. Instantly usable in Black Ops 6. Access required. Unused Gobblegums will be available in Black Ops 7 launch. So basically there's an additional reward that you can now get, or at the time you were able to get, and they secretly updated it, called this Gobblegum Monster Pack. Now the thing is, when you check now, it's gone. So they did another update and then removed it. I think they accidentally did that playlist update and added this silently and then realized they made a mistake and removed it. And because it's zombies themed, I have a feeling that this was meant to go live when the Zombies blog post was to drop. So my guess is this Wednesday, when they do the Zombies actual gameplay reveal and they drop the trailer and then they also drop the blog, similar to what they did today with multiplayer. Within the blog, there's going to be the Gobblegum Monster Pack. They're going to have an image for it, and they're going to tell you pre-order now and get yourself this Monster Gobblegum Pack. And then probably at the end of the trailer, they're also going to have some sort of like promotion mentioning that, and then it'll go live with the update, and then you'll be able to collect those for those of you guys who are the zombie players. So that's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm guessing is gonna happen with this new promotion that they're gonna do. I'm hoping that they also do even more, maybe announce something else at Call of Duty next as even more pre-order incentives. But from what it's looking like here, this is gonna be the next pre-order item you're gonna be able to get. And then not only that, there's also the beta rewards, which we talked about before. I think Call of Duty is gonna showcase all the beta rewards during COD next, so we're going to get an idea on exactly everything you're going to be able to unlock in all the levels and rewards. So I'll have a follow-up video to this to go over all of that. But the last thing that I want to leave you guys off with is the Black Ops 7 theme song. So that has actually been revealed by Treyarch shortly after the trailer and all of that ended up dropping. They actually uploaded a 4-minute long sound clip, and I'm gonna go ahead and roll like half of it for you guys so you can hear, because it's actually nostalgic. If you play BO2, you're definitely gonna remember this. But anyways, that is all that I got for you guys in this video. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.